To tell you my message is it starts on a sad, on a something that's very that touches me a lot, and that is a baby right there that's connected to 14 different pumps, infusion pumps that help get this baby back to life. And the problem is that there is no way you can check what's going on other than walking into the room and checking it manually. And this picture exemplifies the change that we, all of us here, can help make happen. And we all, each one of you, can do something to fix problems like this, where people simply dying get injured, because it takes quite a lot of steps for a nurse to get the IV pumps going. This is an infusion pump. It takes 17 steps to program it. Multiply it by 14, you get an idea what does it take to get a baby infused with the right set of and mixture and combination of formula of drugs. So the opportunity is to make a difference in the world, make a difference for each other. Some of us, I hope not, but life is life, and we will, once in a while, we need to go to a hospital, bring our kids, grandkids, and things like that. So the challenge is not just the challenge of changing the people and the processes and the culture, but also changing the way we approach things. And this significant size of change may seem pretty trivial for many of you who work for members of the Cloud Foundry Foundation, but for the folks that, at the companies that bring those technologies and operate, and especially like think about the nurses, right? What do they know about Cloud Foundry? Nothing, and they shouldn't. So the message I wanted to pass is that if a company like Aspira can take advantage of Cloud Foundry and make it work to shape the world and save lives, I think every one of us can do something. So it may not be necessarily like a mission critical life-saving thing, right? A company like Warner Music tries to survive in a world where no one wants to buy CDs, right? So they come up with all sorts of different ideas and business models where they can still make a difference, still bring value to us, the consumers, right? And the customers, the regular folks that have nothing to do with Silicon Valley, we find them to have a stream of fresh air in the technology that we all have some responsibility to take care of, and to bring to the next level. So I believe that each one of you has an opportunity to make a contribution, to help shape the world. So the right question, in my opinion, is not like, what can Cloud Foundry, this great foundation? Yes, we got a bunch of members, we got a bunch of vendors, we got a lot of budget. Cloud Foundry Foundation right now will go big, $5 million, let's go spend it, have a party, right? The question should be, what can you, what can I, what can all of us do to really make it happen? I'm talking about real stuff that might be just fixing an error in what maybe even I wrote in the whatever I may be writing, right? I may have, sorry for my English, I'm not a native speaker, but if someone writes a piece of documentation and it's hard to understand, if you can fix that, that's a contribution. So what do we do as a company to make those contributions happen? We have touched quite a few Bosch releases. The technology component that is crucial for ensuring the smooth life cycle of a lot of services, a lot of cluster systems, including Cloud Foundry. We organize meetups, not just in the here in the Silicon Valley. They've created the meetup quite a while ago, and we thank him for this, for taking care of the community and making this happen. But a lot of places all around the world and the US still don't have a meetup. Create one. If you're going to some place once every quarter or twice a year, create one. In the course of this 2014, we at Altoros try to contribute in this particular aspect is that whenever I go see a customer, or let's say I go to Boston, so we try to create a meetup or contribute in the form of a talk or what Cloud Foundry is. In New York, in DC, yes, it takes another 2-3 days for me to go from Boston to New York to DC, but it matters because the people that you meet there have nothing to do with Cloud Foundry yet, and you want to pass the message across. So our vision is to make a difference by changing the cost structure of getting an application from an idea to production. And the way we convey this message, we tell people that think of Cloud Foundry is just a moving tool belt. That there was a conveyor, but there was no tool belt, no moving tool belt. And that fact alone, adding the moving tool belt to an existing conveyor for a company like Ford made a huge difference. And Ford, as a result, produced, I think, like 400 million vehicles in the last 100 years. So our mission is to make the software factories and data lakes available, make them consumable. So how we do it is we apply everything we have at Altoros, and we bring it to work on particular customer cases, and we integrate all of the components, all of the solutions offered by the members of the Cloud Foundry Foundation, by the Cloud Foundry ecosystem, in something that produces a result, which might be an application that can define a drug delivery, which might be an application that defines the way that a company develops mobile applications, and so on and so forth. So our experience comes from large enterprises and the software vendors that try to integrate into the community, that try to contribute. And finally, I want to talk what's next. Earlier today, a group of us from the Cloud Foundry Foundation members got together for a quick discussion of what are the most pressing problems that we face. And it all simplified into three line items. And if you can all take a look at these 3 line items and see what can you do to help us get those challenges resolved, that would be great. Over the next week, I will be posting a blog post explaining what those challenges are. Most of you know what they are, and if just a half of us can make a small contribution to solve at least one of these challenges, I think we could all be better off, and Cloud Foundry would look totally different next year when we hopefully meet again and celebrate yet another amazing year for Cloud Foundry. So I wanted to thank you all for coming here, and I want to cheer you up and say, go Cloud Foundry, go! Yeah, well, there was a question.
Number 2, so I presume Bosch was, why is Bosch so hard? What's number 2 talking about?
Well, it's Cloud Foundry in general, Bosch included. Bosch is like a problem child of Cloud Foundry community, and we need to figure out how we can fix that, including like API documentation that like there are people that can dive in there, but there are maybe like 15 of them out there, the divers.